Lean is a company I started after serving in the Peace Corps. And when I think back to my first experience with shea butter, I have to actually think about the fruit. So the fruit grows on a tree exclusively in sub-Saharan Africa across 21 countries in the Sahel region. And I was watching as these young women had delicately placed on their heads, they were walking down the street, and they had stacked up a bunch of shea fruit. And the fruit itself is not that big. It's probably about this big, roundish shape. And so they had, pretty much stacked a bunch of shea on their heads, and they were walking down the street. And I purchased some shea fruit, and I got a chance to try and taste it. The fruit tastes very, it's like a delicate, soft flesh, and it tastes sweet. It kind of reminds me of an avocado, but it's not as thick as an avocado. It's a lot lighter. And contained in the middle of the fruit is the shea nut. And then contained in the shea nut is the shea seed. And this is how women in Africa produce shea butter. They take the shea seeds and they use a traditional process of hand extracting the oil contained in the seeds. And so as I became more aware and realized that this natural resource is so closely tied to the lives of women in these communities, that's when I wanted to try to create a model that would allow these women who historically have not financially benefited from the global shea butter supply chain to give them the opportunity to benefit financially from the global shea butter supply chain. And Shea Lean does this by making shea butter products. So we make plant-based shea butter. We take these seeds and turn them into shea butter products. And then we connect those products to our customers just like you. And we've had the ability to go from just being this idea in my head to being on Whole Foods shelves. We recently launched with Macy's, and we've been able to develop a community of really amazing, incredible supporters, including Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm really proud that Shea Lean ethically sources our shea butter from women-owned shea butter cooperatives in Northern Ghana. So one of my tried and true tips for anyone wanting to do business in a foreign country, the first thing you gotta do is visit that country. You gotta get boots on the ground. It's so important to visit that country so that you can see for yourself what the supply chain looks like, what the value chain looks like. You can create your own relationships. So whoever you want to partner with, whoever you want to work with, you will actually be able to meet them face to face. And it's just so important. And I know this from my experience with Shea Lean, is if you're trying to build something that is ethical, build something where you have transparency in your supply chain, you got to go there. You got to go visit and see for yourself. And I think that it reinforces the importance of understanding how a product is made, has direct benefits to your business model, as well as to the customer, the end user of that product. And being able to know who is a part of your supply chain, being able to know who makes your products, that is all essential to being able to develop a business model that is resulting in positive impact. So again, a tried and true tip, go visit, go see for yourself, go create your relationships, and be able to fully understand the supply and value chain that you're operating in. Plus, you get to travel to another country, learn about another culture, and I'm sure wherever you go, there will be some pretty tasty food. And so with Shea Lean, we know that we're bringing the purest shea butter to our customer because we know who's making our product. We're invested at the beginning of the supply chain. We know where the product is being made, the location it's being made, the woman who's making it. And that means that not only are we utilizing a very clear production process that prioritizes quality, right? That method is something that we created in partnership with the women in our cooperatives, but we also are able to test that quality. We're able to ensure that we're meeting certain standards that are both developed by us as well as international standards, so that when we bring you a shea butter product, we know it's the best product. We know you're going to love it. Not only that, we can assure you that it's going to be phenomenal for your hair and your skincare because of that intentional process that we've created to ensure that the woman who's making your product financially benefits, and you, the customer, also benefit because of the fact that it's good for your skin and good for your hair care. One of the cool things about Shea business model is the fact that we increase women's income 5 times. Yes, I said 5 times. 5 times their country's minimum wage. And just to give you a sense of what that translates in, this means that women are going from making less than $2 a day to 10 or more. And let me put that into context for you. To get access to annual health insurance card in Ghana costs about $5 for that entire year. A loaf of bread roughly costs about 35 cents. Buying a 110 kilo bag of cement costs about $7. That gives you a sense of what cost of living looks like in these communities that we're working in. So to help a woman increase her income 5 times the country's minimum wage, we're providing them an opportunity to become financially independent. And when I say we are, I mean we, us, and you. We can't do this without you. We can't do this without our customers, without our supporters. And so that is what gets me up in the morning. That is why I'm so committed to this mission and so committed to this business, because I know that by selling a product, even though it's important that our customers get the best quality product, but I also know behind that is a woman who's trying to take care of her children, is a woman who has her own ideas, her own ambitions, and just needs a little bit of help, just needs a little bit of money to get that vision dream to a reality. And we're not giving handouts. This is a business model. We're creating jobs. We're compensating people for their labor. And the truth of the matter is these women have always been working in the shea butter supply chain. They've always been at the beginning of this supply chain, but they've never been financially compensated in a way that gives them financial independence. Instead, they're stuck in cycles of poverty. By helping and connecting producers on one end who make this amazing product to consumers on the other end of the value chain who want to use these products, we're truly transforming lives and giving women what they deserve because they're already doing this work. They're already creating these products. They just historically haven't been compensated for their labor. And everyone wins in our business model. The producer wins, the woman wins in this model, and then our consumers win because you guys get to have the pure shea butter, which traditionally is considered women's gold. So you get access to women's gold, this amazing product for your skin and hair care. So it's simply a win-win business model. So in my next video, I'm going to get in the nitty-gritty with y'all. I am going to talk about some of those challenges, some of those hard days, some of the difficulties I had to experience in the early days of creating Shea, and even today, some of the challenges that I deal with as an entrepreneur in this space. If you like this video, remember to comment, tell me what you think, and don't forget to share it with your network.